Good morning all. I am here bright and early, very excited to show you the review and some demos that I've been working on. We have all monitor audio lined up this morning. I'm going to play some royalty-free music. Just let them all run and I'll switch over and I'll tell you which ones I'm switching over to. After that I'll give you my review of each of these speakers. I tried to get the silvers here. It was a bit of a late spark from my side. As I had them yesterday, listening to the golds, I thought we need the silvers to fill in the gap. Platinums we're not going to be getting easy, they are very expensive, maybe down the line. But I couldn't get that sorted too quickly. So I am going to try and get them, the silvers, and I'll do a separate review on those. Maybe revisit, if I still have the goals, revisit them next to each other. But let's get this rolling. I am going to start with the lesser. We'll do 100, 500, studio, gold. Okay. Okay, so first we got the 100s going now. Some royalty-free music, so it's not the best, but it's something. Okay, switching over to 500s. Back to 100. Okay, now I'm on into studio. Monitor gold. Back to studio. Back to gold. Okay, so I know that is not the best example of what it should sound like, but maybe it can give you an idea. So, let me tell you my findings with all these different monitors. So we're just going to be focusing on monitor audio today. Firstly, where most people will start, the Monitor 100s. They are big, they are intimidating. It's one of the only bookshelves you can get with an 8-inch driver at that price point I can think of. There's a downside to it, and you will not know this unless you have spent some time with different speakers. An 8-inch mid-range driver is not the best way to go. For the uninitiated, you think 8-inch, wow, it's big, bass, yes, goes down low, but it does not give you detail. The mid bass is lacking somewhat. So enjoyable experience, don't get me wrong, they're good, but not for me. I prefer the others. You'll see all the high-end speakers have smaller mid-range drivers. It just gives you more detail, it gives you more control over that mid-range, and then you have the bigger drivers filling in the bass. So let's go over to the 500s. More of the same thing. So same sound, now you have more bass, but for me, a bit better in the mid-range because they could tune between just having one driver to having two drivers. So bit better at the price point, still good. But remember, this is Monitor Audio's entry stuff, and any high-end brands entry stuff is just going to be to get your foot in the door. You're not going to be sampling the cream of the crop. So good speakers, just not 100% for me. High end is a bit bright, low end is very good, mid-range slightly lacking. So if you're looking for something affordable, good place to go. But if you can, up at one. That's why I wanted the silvers. I wanted to see what the gap is between these. So let me hold my thoughts on those till I have the silvers in my hand. But for now, going up for me is the way to go. So Monitor Audio Studio. If you're going to be doing just music and you're doing near field listening in not too huge a room, those are sublime. It's the centerpiece of the previous gen Platinum 500s. Those are, I don't like to put the prices out there too much, but it's a R500,000 set of speakers. They're big boys. So you're getting slightly modified, but you're getting a taste of that, which for me is nice. They do lack the low end, so partnering these with a nice Monitor Audio 10-inch sub, spot on. So 4 ohms, so they are demanding. All monitors, even these, you have to partner them with the right amp. I played around again yesterday, going from the Peachtree to the Denon that they sent me for review, to the NAD, to my Rotel that's out of view. Out of all of these, Rotel, bang on the money every time. That Denon, I'll do a separate review, amazing for the money. Drove all of these speakers. But the Rotel, just something about Rotel, just never disappoints. For me, it just does it every time. It doesn't give you, I'm going off topic again. It doesn't give you the detail of the Peach, but it just gives you that sweet spot. Okay, so studios, if you do near field listening and you can partner with a sub, or if it's like at a PC setup on a nice DAC, you might not need the sub, so then they're good. Golds, man, golds. They are just that good. I know they're expensive, but if you can afford them, they are good, man. But you need to partner them with the right amp. And again, I'm going to stress that it's not the most expensive amp. You know the rule of thumb, same speaker, same amp. But I was surprised yesterday. Had them on the Peach. They sound a peach. They sound great. Detail is there. Bass is warm. Nice. But putting them on the Rotel, again, that combo. It's as if Rotel was just made for Monitor Audio. Same with Bowers and Wilkins. But now we're going to a different brand, but still in the same class. They just work on the Rotel. So I had them on the Rotel. I sat here till last night. I don't know to what time. I lost all track of time. They immersed me that much. The best way to describe it, listening to it on the Peachtree, the Goals now. The bass is warm, as you would get with a valve amplifier, because it sounds very valve-like. The detail is there, it's crisp, it's clear, it's not harsh, non-fatiguing for a long time. But then I just switched over to the Rotel, and you know when you're listening to a live band and there's a kick drum, and you hear the kick drum, you hear it, but you're not experiencing the kick drum. You're not feeling the kick drum. That is what the Rotel gave me. It just gave me that subsonic bass in the floor that I could, feel in my soul. That is what the Rotel gave me on these Golds. They were just the combo of legends. And it's 200 watt Rotel. It's half the price of the Peach. So if you can get a set of these, maybe even a Rotel pre-power combo, one of those integrated, doing 200 watts, go for at least 200 watts, because these are 4 ohm load. They demand currents. Not that this is less. The Peach gives you 300 watts. It's just different sounds, different characteristics. Yeah, but yeah, gave me that subsonic bass, gave me that clear detail, gave me that fuzzy feeling inside. Music that you're experiencing more than listening to. Eventually I wasn't listening. I was sitting there engulfed in music. That little small mid-range driver, I was thinking, what? But jeez, the detail, once again going to the small mids and then filling up the bass with the other 2 drivers. The bass that comes from these Golds will send you looking for a subwoofer. It goes, especially partnered to the right amp, it was subsonic in sorts. I felt it going into the floor, through the room. They felt much bigger than they actually were. So yeah, I hope that makes you decide which monitors to go for. I'm hoping to get those silvers. I want to see if it fills in this gap, because there's a huge gap between bronze and gold. Studio lessens the gap, it lacks the bass. So you're gonna have to fork out for a sub. Studios and sub, you might still come in at, I won't say half, yeah, maybe half the price of the Golds. Yeah, so the jump is quite significant to all of these. But yeah, I was never the biggest fan of Monitor, but they have gotten my respect now. I don't want to let these Golds go. Might get myself a pair sometime, but got other things to do at the moment. Keep on growing my business, keep on growing this channel that I just started. So please guys, like, subscribe. For those of you that have, thanks a lot. It's getting my foot in the door, starting to get up there. So help me grow more stuff like this. Next I want to do some different speakers. I'll pack them all out, the different ranges in that brand. But yeah, today was Monitor Audio Day. I'll be doing a different review on the little Denon. You'll be surprised, that thing is amazing. But yeah, that's for our next review, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope I covered all the bases and you do understand bronze to studio to golds. Good entry, good near field listening, PC, studio, as the name says, speaker. Golds, just good everything, good everything. But all of the monitors, remember, partner them with the right kits. They don't work with all stuff. I had the NAD M10 a while back. Expensive, fancy piece of kit. Does not work with monitor at all. I had that combo running. It was the worst sounding speaker ever. To a point where I thought, I can't listen to this. And then I changed around, listening to Rotel, all the different stuff, and then they come alive. So always partner your kits, always addition. Go to the right places, come to places like mine where it's all set up. Different amps, different speakers. You can sit down, have a coffee, have a listen before you spend your hard-earned cash. Hi-fi is not cheap, guys. Most of you know this, new guys to the channel. Getting into this hobby is not cheap. It's an investment. You want to buy the right stuff. It's going to be addictive, the most addictive thing you've ever done. And you will be wanting to upgrade soon. So it's a path going from the bottom to the top. I want to say if you can afford big, buy big, but then you are missing out on the learning curve and the experience of this hobby. So buy clever, get good deals. If you can buy a set of small bronzes or whatever small brand or speaker, buy it for a good price. Listen to it for a year or how long it takes you to get sick of that speaker. Keep your packaging. That's key. So many people chuck their packaging. Keep it. It's key. Rebox your speakers. Keep them mint. Sell them as mint boxed. You might even get your money back if you got them for a good price. If the rand or whatever currency you're in weakens, and the new stuff, well, for us the rand weakens, so we need to buy in dollars for these things, so they get more expensive. You might make some money. So it depends. I've made money, I've lost money, I've just broken even. It's part of any hobby. But point being, keep your boxes, keep them mint, sell them on to the next guy wanting a good deal. That allows you to work up to the next speaker, enjoy that for a while, partner it, play with it, keep your box. Box it, sell it on, you see where I'm going at. Keep on working yourself up. I started very small. Yeah, so it's a hobby, it's fun. Enjoy it. You need to enjoy your music. Don't try and impress your friends. It's fun until it's not fun. Don't chase the dragon. No, we're all gonna chase the dragon, but eventually you need to enjoy your music. Sit down, enjoy it. Love it. You need to enjoy it. Cool, guys. Before I rant on too long now, chat to you again next time. Cheers.